Since TikTok deleted my part two and I literally have to re-record it, I'm just going to give y'all some black facts just so I can say I posted today. So here's a list of black facts. You know the famous free breakfast program that the Black Panther Party actually started? There's reports that the day that the program was initially supposed to start, the Chicago Police Department broke into the church where the food was the night before and they urinated on all the food. This was not unlike them. I mean, right up their alley, but anyway. Did you know that there was a big racist white bitch named Martha Gibbs? She owned slaves, and she was very defiant for the time, like the era that she lived in. This was like antebellum South. But did you know that she was so brutal to her slaves that even her husband told her, maybe you should kind of slow down and calm down when it comes to like punishing them. She told him, fuck you. And then she ended up getting arrested. They locked her up in a church and fed her porridge for 3 days. But after being released from jail from that church that they locked her in, she ran to Texas and she brought all of her slaves at gunpoint and kept them until a year after the Emancipation Proclamation. Her name is Martha Gibbs. There's a book on her called They Were Her Property. You know, the reason we don't hear a lot about Ida B. Wells is because she was considered problematic, when in reality, she was just inquisitive. And she wasn't going to put up with any shit. Sounds like somebody I know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Not to mention, she had a universal code of justice, and this was during a time where black men, sadly enough, were only worried about themselves and how they could propel themselves forward instead of bringing the entire black population, including women and children, forward. And Ida B. Wells wasn't having it. She was on some, okay, yeah, you're cool and all, but what about these people? And what about me? What about the work I've done, right? How about we work together? If not, I got it. Move the fuck out the way. I'll go into that into part two. Really quick, my name's Chemistry. I teach Black history. Go ahead and give me a follow or subscribe to my YouTube. But I do have a nonprofit called the Black Party Foundation, dedicated to keeping Black history in our schools, because whether you know it or not, they're getting rid of Black history, and if they keep it in their schools, they're teaching it however they want, which will most likely be lies. My program is going to counter that. If you want to know more, feel free to tap the link tree in my bio. We're taking donations. I need as much as possible. But yeah, let's get back into it. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty has chains on her ankles? Right, yeah, she does. Now, that was just America's way to make sure that we never forget its history. Which is ironic because they're trying to get rid of the history, but okay, whatever. Did you know that the placeholder state of Montana once had 30 black communities? I'm pretty sure you know how that ended, but did you know this? Have you ever heard of the model minority? It's a term that was coined when America saw a large influx of Asians coming here. So, like I say, and I say this a lot in a lot of my videos, is that when immigrants came here, they tried their best to stay far away from black people, first of all, physically, and also to make sure that nobody